A tutorial walkthrough of Gensyn's reproducible execution environment, otherwise known as REE. I'm going to assume that you've gone ahead and cloned the repo. If you have, getting started is as simple as typing Python 3 re.py and hitting enter. You've got basically kind of four areas to see stuff on the screen. The first is kind of this progress section, which as REE is doing its work, you'll see this update as it goes along. The actual REE output, which is just where the actual output of the model is going to go, or the output of the command is probably the more accurate term. The field section, which is actually where you kind of define what it is you want to run and ultimately run it. And then the logs section, which is going to show you kind of in real time as REE is working, kind of what's coming out of it. So really the right place to start is just the run command. We will, since we're running this locally, we'll use a slightly smaller model or a lot smaller model. And then we'll say something like, I don't know, is the sky blue? Cool. And then so when you want to run it, you're just going to hit R for run, and we'll see stuff start to happen. Kind of order of things that are happening. First time you run this is actually going to go fetch the Docker image, and it is going to take a minute. Also from there, it's going to actually prepare the model. Inside of REE, there is a bunch of sort of magical compiler technology that basically makes it such that if I run this on my machine, somebody else can run it on their machine. So that is also first run, you're going to get a little bit of kind of latency from that. From there, it will actually then go and execute your model. It's worth mentioning that this will cache your model, your compiled model, after that first run, so subsequent calls will be faster. And then really from here, the next thing is you'll see we have our output. We got a receipt, and then we got the actual model output. The receipt is a way for somebody else or yourself to take what you did. You could think of it as sort of the recipe for what you did, and they can re-execute it on their device and confirm that, yes, this person did exactly what they said. And so we'll go ahead, we'll copy this path. And then from here, we'll select the verify command, and then we would say we'll paste in our receipt path and we'll hit run. So you will have seen there was a validate command. That is a simpler command. It's basically just checking that like all of the fields of the receipt create the same hash. And so it's kind of a cheaper way to check whether or not somebody has messed with their receipt in one way or another. Verify actually goes about re-executing it from end to end. And so, you know, if I had sent this JSON receipt file to somebody else, they could have re-executed it and gotten this same verification that, yes, this person did exactly what they said. This is kind of the happy path, you know, of using REE. I think the terminal UI is really, really nice. You know, as you're using it, you know, if you want to kind of learn more, you want to kind of go deeper, maybe start using extra args, you know, you go up to receipt, we got that, is the sky blue. So we'll add an extra arg in this case, and this time we'll add temperature, and we'll say 0.5. And so this is actually changing kind of one of the parameters to the model. And so the output will be different, but you will know that the output is different not because of non-determinism, but because you actually changed one of the parameters to the model. And so this is REE. We're really excited for people to give this thing a shot. Please play around with it, see what you think, and we're excited to hear what folks do with it. Thanks.